Hey guys, it's Taco Die, and a lot of people have been asking about the build descriptions for my Ultra Light Tirpitz and the Ultra Light Sean. We'll start with the Tirpitz. I've got light heat armor on all slots. This gives you 40% heat resistance. You do have to spend a lot of time out in the open, so you will be encountering a lot of jabs. Obviously, your best defense against anything is really just not getting hit, stepping very quickly out of cover, taking one shot or two shots, getting right quickly back into cover, or if an AI or a player surprises you, just completely unloading on them as you move into cover. But the strength of this robot is not in its armor, it's in that you don't have to tank damage if you don't get hit. But this is for the proliferation of jabs and stings and Sarissas. There's really no reason to go for AP. You should be backing up all the time. You should really be out of distance of AP. And if you are in distance AP, which happens all the time, you really need to back up. Have some patience. Use your Inquisitor to strip maybe some of their AP weapons. It's really easy to take some of the side and top weapons off. Ravs, in particular, Sean's, their side weapons pop off real quick, etc. All accelerators, there's no reason to do anything else. 2 radar is my suggestion. You're going to spend a lot of time, as you see, you're going to spend a lot of time at a distance, and you're going to encounter stealth Sarissa Mals and stealth Mites and stealth Seans and stealth Bullies. You'll see those a lot, and so you need to have a way to counter them. They are going to be able, if they're full stealth, they are going to be able to shoot you at times without you hitting them, and you're just going to have to funnel them so that way if they choose to shoot at you, they have to get a little bit closer. But this doesn't make it so you can never hit them. This makes it so you're at least capable to see all radar builds within an effective range. I would go with 3 radar to eliminate the use of any stealth, but you need at least some system hardening because this robot is made of paper. You could even go with just 1 radar and get away with it, quite honestly, and have 2 systems hardening. That's something you're more than welcome to try, and I may try in the future, but this is currently what I've been using, and it's led to the best success. My weapons setup is actually a large part of why I succeed, and I want to talk about that. Because you spend... because anytime you spend exposed is time that you can receive damage, you want to make it so that you do as much damage in that fraction of a second that you're exposed and get back into cover. This is really, really important when fighting other Tirpitz. When you're peeking out and back into cover and fighting other Tirpitz, it is so important to have this build because you're going to deal way more damage than they will, and if you backed up far enough and you're a far enough distance, then they're not even going to hit you. So you're really, really, really doing yourself a favor when you expose yourself, fire 1 shot, or even 2 shots, etc., and get right back into cover. And it also deals a lot of instantaneous damage when folks pop out and ambush you and get close. This is a really quick way to just shut them down. I don't advocate for automation because I advocate for firing only one shot at a time. Like, don't hold the red button to shoot the Inquisitor. You need to intentionally fire every shot. This is not a just hold the red button kind of thing because it takes so long for each round to reload. 6 seconds. So for every shot that you waste, that's essentially 12 seconds in between shots. So you need to be conscious of that. Don't hold the red button. Intentionally fire every shot. And then these side weapons, I'm almost never afraid of lights, and it has so much to do with the weapons on this. First of all, when they do ambush you, you can actually get enough distance in between you and them to unload a bunch of shots. You have to be aware, but it's almost always a suicide mission for them. First of all, you've got weapon armor, so it always takes a little bit longer for them to take your weapons. They'll almost only ever get 1 instead of 2, and that gives you a whole nother cycle of reload and unload for them, another 10 seconds for them to be exposed for either your Inquisitor or for you to shoot them. So that doubles the time that it takes for them to take your weapons, and that's just for 1 weapon armor. I'm a big fan of automation, especially because of lights and because of other fast-moving stuff like Ravs and just other AI in general that you, or other quick players in general, as they quickly move in front of you. You don't want to fire your Sarissas when they're past, 150, 200 meters, just because you're not going to hit some of these faster bots. But when they're up close and you cycle fire, alternate your fire with them. Because of automation, they fire so quickly, your hit rate increases so significantly. I'm a really big fan of just the one automation. I think it really makes a difference. I think you need a magazine because you're so often in an engagement that you need for it to reload. You need to have ample amount of ammunition to continue to engage in the battle, especially when lights are coming at you and at you and at you, or you encounter some 1v1s and you have to kill a lot of AI, or you just are in like Steel Convoy and you just have to maintain a presence. You need at least one magazine to maintain enough ammunition to always be present in the engagement. And then after all those things are taken care of, then you absolutely need a reinforced ammunition for each shot to deal as much damage as it can, with all those other factors in consideration. So that is the Ultra Light Tirpitz build. That's my Ultra Light Tirpitz build that I'm currently using right now. As the meta evolves and as the game changes, we may see some changes. But right now, this has been the most successful build that I've been using. And boy, has it worked. Guys, if you have any questions about the Ultra Light Tirpitz, any suggestions for what you'd like to see on this, some troubles that you may be having implementing it, or how to use it in-game, please find me on the Discord or go ahead and comment in the comments here on YouTube. I've included 3 intense videos of gameplay here for you guys to study. Go ahead and enjoy.